So, I am back following the game against Portsmouth, and I honestly forgot what 6 hours worth of driving and watching Luton feels like. I'm tired, and it's just turned 6 o'clock. I'm absolutely exhausted. But today's game was full of emotions. It was entertaining in some parts, but there was a lot of positives there, and I'm in a much better mood following Monday night. You know, Monday night was bad, but today was a lot better, miles better than what we saw on Monday night. But I'm here to give you, as you can tell, my thoughts on the game against Portsmouth. Now, when I saw the lineup get announced, I was kind of shocked to see Clark and Amari Bell within the starting 11. I thought, hang on a minute, this just contradicts what Edwards was saying in the press conference this week, because Edwards said that these two players were not going to play. They started, and to be fair, they both did extremely well, I felt. But yeah, it's a bit weird. I don't know if Edwards is playing mind games, I'm not too sure, but you know, he talks about how we need to be careful with players returning back from injury. So when he says that, but then does the complete opposite and throws players straight in, where I felt we were told that they needed another week or two, I was like, oh, this is a bit weird. So I'm kind of happy that Amari Bell and Clark walked away from today's game injury free. Fingers crossed, touch wood, you know, because we need those types of players to remain fit, because we're light at the moment. You know, we all know that we're light. So I'm glad that those two players managed to play a part in today's game. But yeah, looking at that lineup, I felt changes needed to be made. I felt both youngsters needed to come out of the side. They learnt a lot from Burnley. I don't mind, you know, putting them in, putting them out, putting them in, putting them out. They're going to learn quite a lot. I feel like both players are going to feature, especially if we're going to keep getting injuries in this Luton team. And plus, it's a long season, you know, Tuesday, Saturdays. You know, these games that happen in midweek, you've got about 9 midweek matches. So these players are going to play, especially if we do go far in the cup competitions as well. Youngsters are going to play football, and they can also come on if we're winning quite comfortable in a game. So yeah, all that stuff. But anyway, the first half performance, I'm going to try and cut this into two halves. The first part of the first half was good. The second part of the first half was bad. Let's talk about the first part. First part, created opportunities, moving the ball quickly. We were very positive, we were very attacking. It was a high press, we were winning our battles. Elijah should have scored with his header. Morris should have scored when he was clean for own goal. Chong had a really good opportunity as well. We were creating opportunities, we were causing problems, we were showing what Luton was all about, but we didn't get the goal. When you're on top, you need to make the most of it and get the goal when the opportunities come, and we didn't do that. If this game was 15 games on in the season, do I think Morris would have scored that chance? Yes. Do I think Elijah would have scored that chance? Yes. So, another day, we could have easily have been 2-0 up at half time. But then, things started to get worse following on from those missed opportunities in the first part of the first half. Thomas Kaminski had an absolute howler, didn't he? Yes, he saved us plenty of times, so we praised him heavily, but like you guys all know from myself, I praise when you know you deserve the praise. However, I say it how it is when I feel like you've done wrong, and Thomas Kaminski done wrong today. He really did wrong. You can't, for me, you just can't time waste like you did. What are you doing? You know, what's really frustrating is that the referee actually warned Thomas and said, look, you need to speed up. You can't be taking this long to take a goal kick. Now, I understand the style of play. You know, it's about playing pretty at the back. But if Portsmouth have got a high press and the opportunity to play the ball out from the back, the option isn't there, then go long. We've got Morris, we've got Elijah. Win your second battles. If we're going to be adamant in playing, playing the ball from the back, then we need to be a little bit quicker, a little bit proactive, because we can't afford having our keeper getting booked every first half of every single match if this keeps happening. So he's got to learn, he's got to get better. Kicking is his weakness, and he's got to improve, and he's got to get better. Because if this is what we're going to do, it has to get better. So I felt it was really stupid of him to get a yellow card. So I thought once he got the yellow card, I was like, right, okay, that's happened now. Now speed up. But then what happens, he has like a massive, like, I don't know what the word to call it. I've seen the word on social media, but now I'm like, can't think of it. But he has just this weird moment where ball gets put over the top, in over our back line. There's cover. If you're reading the game of football, there's cover. I think it was Amari Bell that was there. Thomas Kaminski didn't need it to come out, but yeah, he ran out. I don't know if lots of blood went to his head. I don't know what happened. He fouled the Portsmouth player once, and then he fouled the second one. And I'm like, what are you doing? He didn't even need to come out. And the moment I saw him come out, and the moment I saw that Pompey player just fall to the ground, I was like, yeah, he's off. He's off. There's no sugarcoating that. It's 2 yellows, it's a red. He's at fault for that. You can blame the officials all you want. The goal, Thomas Kaminski has to take responsibility and he has to do better. You can't be doing that. You just can't. Time wasting and not reading the game properly and coming out and fouling a player when you didn't need to do it is not good enough. It really isn't. And especially when morale at the time, at this current moment, has been low because of following the relegation and from what happened against Burnley. You know, a win today would have done massive to our confidence. But yet, that ended up happening. But the reaction from the players, especially defensively, was outstanding. It's probably the best defensive performance I've seen in over a year from Luton. To walk away and play majority of the game, 60 minutes I think it was, with 10 men, and manage to keep a clean sheet and walk away with a point, I think is a good result. If we had 11 players on the pitch, I feel like we would have walked away with something, with more. I definitely think we could have won, especially if we were going to keep repeating what we were doing in the early parts of the first half with the chances we were creating, because we were getting opportunities. And yeah, I thought defensively we were really good. Portsmouth, I thought we really we defended extremely well in making them not have clear-cut opportunities. I felt like their chances were half chances at best. They put in a few dangerous crosses into the box. Their left winger was their like real asset. He was the one where all the Portsmouth players were like giving him the ball, and he was the one trying to do something. But he always wanted to shoot. I can see with the way he was trying to play, he just wanted to cut inside and shoot. We weren't allowing that to happen. There was a few, like, you know, scary moments, as you do, but I felt we did extremely well. There was one opportunity where Portsmouth, where their striker, it begins with an S, is it Sorensen? I think I've got the wrong name there, but he got in between our centre halves and he literally flicked the ball just wide off the post. That was probably their best chance. And then there were some moments where they got clean through, but Menji just out of nowhere with this burst, this power of energy just comes bang. No way you're getting past me. And yeah, does the job extremely well defensively. So look, I thought all the players on the pitch, you know, Morris had to come off because of the 10 men. We needed to bring Shea on. I thought had a very good game when he came on. And then the subs that also came on, I thought had a massive impact. Apart from Holmes, I'm still worried about him. I really am worried about him. But I thought the others, I thought they did a really good job. Taylor, there was this one moment in the game where he beat like 3 or 4 players and then he ran and then I think he lost his footing or there was a deflection in what happened. I need to see it back. But he nearly scored and he was causing a real dangerous threat up top. So in terms of our second half performance, I thought it was extremely good. And you can take that performance, you can take that clean sheet, and you can use that momentum from that and take it into the next game. And we're playing a Preston side who have now lost their, have lost their first 2 games. Morale was very low for them. Will they have a new manager by the time we play them? I'm not too sure, but hopefully they don't. Hopefully they take a little bit longer. But still, we're playing against a Preston side that are low on confidence. And we don't have the best of records at Preston, so it could be potentially the best time to play them. On top of hopefully signing a few more players before we play them as well. That'd be great. But look, overall, In terms of what's happened in the game, I'm taking a point. I thought a point would happen before the game, so I'll 100% take it now, especially with 10 men. So defended well, and yeah, point with 10 men. It's a tough one to take because of you want to win a game of football, you want to have 11 players on the pitch, but things happen like today. We move on, we get on with it, we use that as fuel and momentum and whatnot to hopefully get more 3 points. Right now I'm just rambling on. But anyway, those are my thoughts. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments of the video. I'm off to get a kebab because I'm really hungry. And yeah, I'll see you all in my next video.